Hello guys, the Beast is here. We are at part 2 of the element type chart. This episode will revolve around the explanation on each of their strengths and weaknesses and more information on each element. Okay, let's begin. Machine. The machine type has many resistances due to how defensive the typing is, yet it has weaknesses that are really common element types. Resistances. Machines are resistant against other machines, wind, lightning, and toxic. The reasons are that machines are very tanky, so stuff like that, machines can't handle them. Weaknesses machines are weak against are water, fire, and mentality. Earth. The Earth type is the most defensive type with a bunch of resistances. Not only that, but it only has 2 weaknesses. However, the Earth element is rare. You're more likely to see monsters to have the life element rather than Earth, but life elements are most likely to get Earth element moves. Resistances Earth elements have are against ice, wind, fire, lightning, and toxic. Earth can handle a lot of types due to how the Earth itself is. The Earth itself has survived for a long time dealing with these typings. Earths are weak against life and water. And then there's life. The life type has many weaknesses, but they are usually at least paired up with other typings. The life typing is mainly used for support. Life are resistant against earth, water, and light. The weaknesses life has is ice, darkness, wind, fire, lightning, and toxic. Ice. With only 3 weaknesses, yet only have 2 resistances. It's really frail, but they are mainly glass cannons. It's actually good at 9 out of 12 element typings. Ice element moves do at least normal damage to them, which is really good if you want to be flexible. Resistances ice elements have are resistant against life and wind. Wind isn't more of the lines on bird/flight, but more towards the spell of blowing wind. Wind isn't weak to ice. Weaknesses ice elements are weak against earth, light, and fire. Next is the water element. The water element is very balanced type, and their support moves are more on the defensive/healing side. Resistances water elements have, they are resistant against machines, earth, and fire. Weaknesses the water element has, they are weak against life and lightning. Okay, now the darkness element. The element does focus on debuffs. Resistances, the darkest elements are resistant against life and mentality. Weaknesses, dark elements are weak against other darkness elements. And light, now it's the light element, the opposite of dark, and has a bunch of buff spells. Resistances, the light elements are resistant against ice and other lights. Weaknesses, light elements are weak against life and darkness. Wind, a type that is more reliant of attacks and speed rather than the defense. Resistances, wind elements are resistant against life and fire. Weaknesses, the wind elements are weak against machines and earth elements. Fire, one of the most chaotic elements. This is also the most flexible element. Resistances, fire elements are resistant against machine, life, ice, and fire. Weaknesses, fire elements are weak against earth, water, and wind. Mentality, the most common element typing in monsters, and humans are built with that element. Resistances, mentality elements are resistant against machines. Yeah, that's it. Weaknesses, mentality elements are weak against darkness, toxic, and other mentality elements. Lightning, this element is mostly revolve around speedy monsters. Resistances the lightning element has are against life, water, and other lightning elements. The weaknesses the lightning element has, they actually aren't weak to anything. The moves of lightning attacks are resistant against machines and earths, but to the element, they don't have anything to worry about with attacks. Toxic. A very dangerous element. Toxic moves are banned to use due to how dangerous it is to most humans. However, there are some monsters who have the moves don't follow that rule, and they're just the most evil monsters. Though they are accepted as like other monsters, though some humans may take monsters the wrong way. Toxic is resistant against life, mentality, and other toxic elements. Toxic is weak against earth elements. And that's it. Machines can't handle the acid and toxin moves, but they're not super effective. But neither is resistant. So this is just going to be similar to Pokemon typings, and that the limit of typings is 2. Some only can have a 1 element typing, like the Sea Rise or the Squirmbit. An example I will explain is a good boy Stir. Stir's typing is the mentality and earth type. That would mean he is resistant against ice, wind, fire, lightning, and machine elements, and weak against life, water, mentality, and darkness. Alright, so I think that's it for part 2. Sorry for this being short, but I didn't expect this to be this short. What I plan to do with the rest of the Monster Concept Months is that they will evolve around the project that I'm working on. It's still going to be Monster Concept Month, but we'll be focused on the animated series pilot that is planned to have 7 episodes as a start. Next episode, we will look into what I've been working on for this pilot series so far. So more on the way. Hopefully, we will get enough to actually start the series animation in the beginning of next year. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.